In 1937, Roosevelt proposed a new federal law that would allow him to select up to 6 judges, increasing the size of the Supreme Court to 15. That way, he could ensure that a majority of justices would uphold his New Deal. But the plan backfired. Americans condemned the idea of overturning a constitutional tradition like the 9-man court. Critics compared Roosevelt to Hitler and Mussolini, who were busily destroying their own national constitutions. Just as the court-packing controversy reached a crescendo, the United States plunged back into a deep recession. Between Labor Day and New Year's, 2 million Americans lost their jobs. By the following March, the number would top 4 million. Industrial production plummeted faster than at any time in our history, the Great Crash included. What had gone wrong? Just before this new crash, Roosevelt had decided the economy was healthy enough that he could start to balance the federal budget. But with the new crisis, he shifted course again. Abandoning a balanced budget, Roosevelt decided to prime the pump, as he called it, by stimulating the sluggish economy with a quick injection of federal cash into public works projects. Deficit spending, that is, the government spending more money than it took in, helped snap the recession in 1938. That same year, Congress passed the Fair Labor Standards Act, which created a national minimum wage. During World War II, federal spending skyrocketed from $9 billion to almost $100 billion a year. The war put the United States economy back on its feet. So deficit spending became one of the major legacies of the New Deal. The Second World War would solidify many of the political reforms of the Great Depression and a vast expansion in the size and the role of the federal government. Before 1932, the federal government had little impact on the lives of ordinary Americans. After the New Deal, it affected people's lives in a wide variety of ways. While economic crises in Europe gave rise to dictators like Adolf Hitler in Germany and Benito Mussolini in Italy, in the United States, the Great Depression strengthened democracy and drew more people into political action. In World War II, democracy and fascism would clash in a deadly struggle that would engulf the world.